Hi everybody. Happy Super Bowl day. Even if you're not a football fan, there's something really contagious about watching the Super Bowl. I am a football fan. I'm just a sports fan in general. I happened to be at a football game last week for my little guy when I got the banner from ESPN across my news feed that Kobe Bryant had been killed in the helicopter crash that we all know about now. And it makes people like you and me realize not to squander our days on the earth. So what is making a full life? What is not squandering our life? Is it how much we pack into a day? I don't think so. There are people that choose to meditate on a mountain for their entire life, and that's what their mission was, and it was very successful, poignant life for them. There's those of us that choose to strictly be family, and that's their lives or our lives. And there's those of us that go after the career, right? So there's all kinds of ways to live our daily life, but what is reaching the potential of life? Something most of us have heard of is the quote, "I think, therefore I am." And if I don't butcher it, I think the name is Rene Descartes who said that. And it's largely been accepted. And according to the yogic way of living, that's not the truth. This different train of thought is, I exist exuberantly so that I may think if I so choose. Why do I like this train of thought? Does that sit with you in any way? Because if our thoughts are what cause us so much pain, our monkey minds, our crazy thoughts that don't go off, to be able to choose thought or not choose thought is total freedom. So I don't want to just be because I think, then that all that I exist for is my mind. But if I exist exuberantly on every level, in my heart, in the energies in my body, in my emotions, in my spirit, and in my mind, then I choose which of those that I feel like using at any given time. And if I want to turn off my thinking, I'm able to do that. What a gift is that? What if what everyone thinks of us and what we think of ourselves has no relevance in how we run our lives, how we live our lives exuberantly? How does that sound for total freedom? The idea behind that is that those two things have no existential relevance to our lives whatsoever. These thoughts may have psychological relevance to us, and they may have social relevance to us, but on an existential basis, it has no bearing on who we are. It kind of goes along with the notion that at any given moment we can change our story. And if in a quiet moment we were to think about this concept deeply, what is it about my story I want to change? In a moment, we can change our lives, and we can change the way we live it. We feel stuck, but I promise that in a moment, we can abandon what we don't want anymore, and we can create new. In one moment, I decided to quit smoking. I lit up a cigarette, I put it out, I threw out the pack, and in that moment I changed my life. And it didn't take 1 try, 2 try, 10 tries. It was that one cigarette and a really stubborn personality to make a change that forever has changed my life. Not to be slave to a cancer stick, not to have anxiety when I wasn't able to light up, not to have that deep shame that I was killing myself and spending enormous amounts of money doing so. In a moment, we can say, I've got to get this diabetes under control, and you throw out every possible means of sugar that will make that easier for you, and you never have to go back. We convince ourselves that these things are hard, but our powerful minds and our powerful spirits can change these things in a moment. They're not big monsters that we've made them out to be. And how did that happen, that we decided these life changes had to be so huge? We fear that it's going to make our lives harder or cause us more anxiety, or that we're throwing away our security blankets. Whatever these things are, they're all an illusion. The truth is, once we're set free is when the anxiety stops. Once we're set free is when our confidence soars, so that we don't have to pretend to be bigger than we are. We're just in that state of loving our lives, living exuberantly, like we mentioned in the beginning. We can be the best version of ourselves every single day. When we put one foot in front of the other, doing right action, before we know it, we're full of right action. And once we're full of right action, doing the right thing, thinking thoughts that propel us forward, that don't bring us back, staying in good health, taking that extra mile of a walk. When we're doing right action on a day-to-day basis, we become our potential. When we're coming into our potential, the spirit starts to fly. And those people that we see, that we say, what is that about them? What is that X factor thing that they have? When someone loves their life, there's a aura about them. So I dare to say that we are not what we think, and therefore we are. And we can stop thinking and start being from here. Then the divine in all of us gets to come out and play. When our spirit is allowed to come out and to show beyond our physical body, that is our potential. Because once that happens, everything will be drawn unto you that you want in the physical world. When your non-physical self is able to come out and play, then we can communicate on a non-verbal level with everything around us, with all that you're seeing behind you, and to appreciate that the trees are taking in my carbon dioxide so that it can give me back oxygen. Gratitude is the first application that will lead us into living exuberantly. Time for me to go watch some football. Good luck to you, whoever you're rooting for. I wish you well, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.